The natural world, in its boundless complexity and ingenuity, holds secrets that continue to astonish us. We often consider ourselves the pinnacle of evolution, masters of this planet. But look a little closer and you will find marvels of engineering, neurobiology, behavior that challenge our very understanding of what is possible. From the smallest insect to the largest mammal, life has found extraordinary solutions to the fundamental challenges of survival. These are not just quirks of nature. They are masterpieces of adaptation, honed over millions of years. Today, I want to take you on a journey, not across vast continents, but into the remarkable lives of individual creatures. We will explore abilities so strange, so seemingly impossible, that they might just, as the saying goes, break your brain. We will witness precision that rivals our best technology, acts of survival that defy the very laws of aging, feats of strength that seem to belong in the realm of fiction. It is a reminder that even in the most familiar of places, there are stories waiting to be told. So, prepare to have your perceptions shifted. The animal kingdom is a theater of the extraordinary, and we are merely spectators, fortunate enough to catch a glimpse of its most breathtaking performances. Each fact we uncover today is a testament to the sheer, beautiful, and sometimes bewildering creativity of life on Earth. Let us begin this exploration together into a world that is far more wondrous than we could ever imagine. In the quiet, sun-dappled waters, mangrove swamps, jungle streams, a remarkable hunter lies in wait. Think aiming is a human-only skill? One must reconsider. Here, survival depends not on brute force, but on a mastery of physics that would baffle many. This is the world of the archerfish. With eyes positioned just below the surface, it gazes upwards, searching for an unsuspecting insect resting on a leaf above. A single drop of water could mean the difference between a meal and starvation. It must calculate its shot with extraordinary precision. The challenge is immense. The fish must account for the refraction of light as it passes from water to air, a distortion that shifts the apparent position of its target. Yet with a powerful contraction of its gill covers, it forces water through a specialized groove in its mouth, ejecting a jet with the accuracy of a marksman. The stream of water strikes the insect, knocking it from its perch and into the water below, where the fish waits to claim its prize. And speaking of precision, wait till you hear what comes next. What if you could press reset on life? For humanity, the cycle of birth, aging, death is an immutable truth. We strive to extend our years, to hold back the inevitable tide of time. But in the silent depths of the ocean, there exists a creature for whom this cycle is not a straight line, but a loop. This is the Turritopsis dohrnii, a tiny jellyfish, no larger than a fingernail, that holds the secret to biological immortality. It has found a way to, quite literally, turn back its own biological clock. When faced with environmental stress injury or old age, this remarkable animal can do something truly extraordinary. Instead of succumbing to its fate, it can revert its adult cells back to their earliest juvenile state, a polyp. From this polyp, a new genetically identical jellyfish will bud and grow, starting its life cycle anew. Under the right conditions, this process can be repeated indefinitely, making it effectively immortal, a life not bound by linear time. More surprising life hacks are waiting at number 3. Can a tiny animal be louder than a firearm? In the bustling, crowded world of the coral reef, competition for space and resources is fierce. Here, a small crustacean has evolved a weapon that is as stunning as it is powerful. This is the pistol shrimp. Though it measures only a few centimeters long, it possesses an oversized claw that is not designed for crushing, but for something far more spectacular. It is a biological marvel, capable of producing one of the loudest sounds in the entire ocean. With a flick of its claw, it snaps shut with incredible speed, creating a high-velocity jet of water. This jet generates a tiny, low-pressure cavitation bubble. As this bubble collapses under the immense pressure of the surrounding water, it produces a powerful shock wave and a deafening snap that can reach over 200 decibels. The collapse also generates a flash of light and temperatures briefly reaching thousands of degrees Celsius, stunning and sometimes even killing its prey instantly. Now, for a brain-bending navigation trick at number 4. Chapter 4. Chapter 4. We often walk through our bustling cities surrounded by wildlife that has adapted to our world, yet we rarely give it a second thought. Can birds recognize our faces? We might assume we are anonymous figures to the pigeons that flock in our city squares. But recent studies have revealed a surprising level of cognitive ability in these common birds. They're not just seeing a blur of human activity, they are seeing individuals, and they are remembering who is who. Pigeons can learn and recall dozens of individual human faces, distinguishing between people who are kind to them and those who pose a threat. In experiments, they have repeatedly demonstrated an ability to identify specific researchers, even when those individuals change their clothing or location. More astonishingly, there is evidence they can even differentiate between our emotional expressions, a capacity once thought to be reserved for more complex mammals. It's a humbling thought that we're being watched and remembered. Number 5 will make you rethink sleep. Chapter 5. Have you ever seen an animal sleep with one eye open? For air-breathing mammals of the open ocean, sleep presents a profound paradox. To rest is to be vulnerable, to stop moving is to sink, and to fall into a deep slumber is to risk drowning. Yet rest is essential for survival. Dolphins have evolved a truly ingenious solution to this dilemma, a neurological feat that allows them to be both asleep and awake at the very same time. It is a state known as unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. While one half of the dolphin's brain enters a deep, restful state, the other half remains fully alert and functional. The eye connected to the sleeping hemisphere closes, while the eye connected to the waking hemisphere stays open, ever watchful for predators or obstacles. This allows the dolphin to continue swimming, to surface for air, and to maintain awareness of its pod and its surroundings, all while getting the vital rest it needs. After a few hours, the roles reverse. Next up, camouflage that is basically an optical illusion. Chapter 6. Masters of disguise, like living chameleons on steroids. On the seabed, an endless game of hide-and-seek is played out, where the penalty for being found is often death. Here, one creature has elevated the art of camouflage to a level that borders on magic. The octopus, a soft-bodied mollusk of remarkable intelligence, is the undisputed master of transformation. It doesn't just change its color, it changes its very being, merging with its environment in a display of living, breathing artistry that is almost instantaneous. This incredible ability is made possible by a complex system of specialized cells. Chromatophores, tiny sacs of pigment, expand and contract in fractions of a second, controlled directly by the octopus's brain. Deeper layers of cells, iridophores, leucophores, reflect and scatter ambient light, allowing the octopus to match not just the color, but also the brightness of its surroundings. It can even alter the texture of its skin, raising bumps and ridges to perfectly mimic a rock or a piece of coral. Number 7 uses tools. Yes, tools. Chapter 7. When we think of tool use, our minds often turn to our primate cousins, or perhaps to our own species' long history of innovation. But what about birds that make their own tools? In the remote forests of a Pacific island, a feathered intelligence is at work, challenging our assumptions about the animal mind. The New Caledonian crow is not just a user of tools, it is a craftsman, a problem solver with a capacity for foresight and design that is exceptionally rare in the animal kingdom. These remarkable crows demonstrate a sophisticated understanding of cause and effect. They will carefully select specific twigs, then meticulously craft them into hooked instruments. This is not random behavior, it is deliberate. They use these custom-made tools to extract beetle larvae and other insects from deep within logs and crevices, a food source that would otherwise be completely inaccessible. This ability to envision a tool, fashion it from raw materials, and then use it to achieve a goal demonstrates a level of problem solving, akin to that seen in great apes. Up next, a tiny mammal with a superhero metabolism. Chapter 8. Small but unstoppable. In the world of vertebrates, there seems to be a rule. The smaller the animal, the faster its pace of life, and nowhere is this more apparent than in the hummingbird. This tiny iridescent jewel of the Americas lives a life permanently on the edge, a whirlwind of motion powered by a metabolism that operates at an almost unimaginable rate. It must constantly refuel or risk fading away, a tiny flame burning brighter than any other. Its heart can beat over 1,000 times a minute, and its wings can flap more than 50 times every single second. To power this incredible engine, a hummingbird must consume up to half its body weight in sugar each day, visiting hundreds of flowers. But what happens when night falls and the flowers close? To survive the cold and the fast, some species enter a state of torpor, a deep hibernation where heart rate and body temperature plummet, allowing them to conserve precious energy until the sun rises again. Number 9 will shock you with chemistry. Chapter 9. Is it possible for an animal to be a living chemical reactor? In the undergrowth, a small, unassuming beetle scurries about its business. To a predator, it might look like an easy meal, but this beetle holds a potent and volatile secret within its body. The bombardier beetle has evolved one of the most dramatic and sophisticated chemical defense mechanisms in all of nature. It is a master of explosive chemistry, capable of repelling attackers with a boiling, noxious spray. Inside the beetle's abdomen are 2 separate chambers, hydroquinone's hydrogen peroxide. When threatened, the beetle mixes these chemicals into a third, reinforced reaction chamber, adding a catalyst of enzymes. The result is an instantaneous and violent exothermic reaction. The mixture heats to the boiling point of water and is ejected in a series of rapid, machine gun-like pulses, creating both a thermal deterrent and chemical deterrent that can scald and repel ants, spiders, and even frogs. Last one is a record breaker. Don't blink. Chapter 10. Which animal travels the farthest? In a world of incredible migrations, one bird stands alone. It is the ultimate endurance athlete, a life lived in perpetual summer, a journey of planetary proportions. The Arctic tern, a slender, graceful seabird. It undertakes a migration of such epic scale that it experiences more daylight than any other creature on Earth. Its annual voyage is the longest known in the animal kingdom. A round trip from the top of the world to the very bottom and back again, breeding in the high Arctic coastal regions during northern summer. Then they embark on a staggering journey south, down the coasts of Europe and Africa, or via Asia and the Americas, to the nutrient-rich waters of Antarctica for the southern summer. The round-trip distance can exceed 40,000 kilometers. Over a lifetime of up to 30 years, a single tern may travel as far as flying to the moon and back 3 times. It is a breathtaking testament to instinct and endurance. That's 10. One final reminder below. We have journeyed through just 10 fleeting glimpses of the ingenuity of life, from the pinpoint accuracy of the archerfish to the planetary pilgrimage of the Arctic tern. Each story is a chapter in a much grander book, a book that is still being written. These creatures, with their seemingly supernatural abilities, are not anomalies. They are the products of an ageless process of trial and error, of adaptation and survival that has unfolded on this planet for billions of years. They are a profound reminder that intelligence, complexity, and wonder are not exclusively human traits. The world is filled with such marvels, hidden in plain sight. In the quiet hum of a beetle, the watchful slumber of a dolphin, or the common pigeon in the park. There are secrets of biology and behavior that we are only just beginning to comprehend. These facts that break our brains do so because they push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. They challenge us to look at the world not with an air of dominion, but with one of deep curiosity and profound respect for the other lives with whom we share this home. Let this be an invitation to keep looking, to keep questioning, and to keep marveling. The greatest discoveries are often not in distant galaxies, but right here, in the intricate and astonishing tapestry of life on Earth. The more we learn, the more we realize how much is left to discover. The natural world is, and always will be, the most wonderful show on Earth, and its capacity to surprise us is truly endless.